Monka.
On to eat.
You got about 10 seconds.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
So it's two supports as well doing the drafting, so that helps. Well, not that Ollie's really a support player, but
Ollie.
it says support up
That's
there.
the
Oh, he's changing the roles. You can change them midway through. I didn't realise that. That's quite useful.
Yeah.
Although you have to, I thought
You
it was
can choose
click
whether
the
you want Radiant
ones.
or Dire. That's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
So like a big thing that
This-
people were doing is they duo queue. And
It's
then
your pick, Dave.
maybe
Yeah.
like pickers on the same
I'm
team will be
thinking.
troll.
I'm thinking. How do I open?
Who's gonna be like in PE where they're last picked?
The same
Yeah.
the same
Boring, Ollie. Wow.
Wait, this is the same draft.
Yeah, that's Ollie's choice. So
Nah, it will change here, yeah.
Kinder's 9,500 HP Centaur.
What? I was on Centaur.
Oh, I mean Brex. That's what I meant, but I said the wrong person.
Might be like.
Alright.
Off with Frank.
That was very quick. All right, cast the time.
Okay.
Good luck, everyone.
I went first today.
Okay, let's go.
So who's different in these teams? Let's see.
Who's different?
Basically everyone. Like who's moved around.
There has to be
who's
at
still
least. There
playing
has to be at
football.
least a couple people the same, right?
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
impossible. So
Can't separate the brothers, obviously.
were they even? Were in the same? Yeah, they were in the same game.
Yeah,
they
they
had the Hoodwink and the Ursa, so they're still together. You can see.
Dave's now with them though. He wasn't before.
We had 4 MVZ in the same team, so Roids is in a different team, but you've got Juju now somewhat together.
People really fear the puck, the nat puck, every time it's the first thing banned, even after all
Yeah.
this time.
I don't think I'd ever
It's
ban
scary.
Puck literally as the first pick. I mean, I guess now that you have 4 bans, I guess you can do it. Makes sense. But are they going to first pick Puck? I mean, this is a throwback to a very, very long time ago. Whereas that ban, first ban Disruptor, I agree with that ban.
Yeah, that is a respect ban from last time.
Well, Dave
Although
banned it.
it was Dave.
so-
Yeah, he's like, if I can't have it, no one else can.
I think that's a good thing to do. You don't, knowing how well he did, he doesn't want to play against it, and I completely understand that. So
Omni as well. It's just everything that was traumatic from the last game.
I want that other thing from ESL where it shows the previous draft and which heroes are banned and picked again.
Yeah.
They had some amazing graphics. They probably charge a lot of money for setting it up, but I wish they released something free like that.
Should have popped up to the box and just had a little chat. Can you stick it on a USB stick for
Yeah,
me?
here it is. I always keep a USB stick with me, to be honest. So
Yeah, I know you do.
it's quite useful as a teacher. It's quite useful. Like if the internet goes down as a network problem, just take a file from them.
A USB stick, is it with Oblivion saved onto it at all times?
Well, yes. I've separated it into separate folders. But I did plug it in one time, and I had everything just open. I was just grabbing someone's work document, and the guy, the kid said, "Do I save it here in Skyrim saves?" I was like, "No."
You never know when you're going to be out and about and you're going to need to load Oblivion onto
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's just I've not
easy.
changed
wanna be
it for very
caught
long time. Yeah. I've got my Skyrim saves whenever I need them instantly,
Yeah.
ready to load up. Okay, so they've gone for very ESL bans. So we said they've followed up with Shadow Demon and Razor. Dragon Knight, he wasn't picked or banned last game, but he still is a really good hero.
Yeah,
So
he is. Razor is terrifying as well.
yes, he is.
Really terrifying.
He's when he gets Aghanims and BKB and Refresher. Sorry, it's just he's a monster. You can have 2 drains up at the same time and steal like 300 attack speed and damage. 2 ults at the same time. 2 BKBs. It's just ridiculous. Refresher is too good on Razor. Ban Lifestealer again, so not going to see him. I really hope we get a different pick. I don't want to see the same heroes. More fun with some variety.
I'm hoping for some Meepo. Spirit Breaker. That's Breck. That's a Breck special.
Oh yeah, Brex.
If I remember rightly.
POS 3, he's a POS 3 Spirit Breaker player. Yeah, I really like Spirit Breaker as a POS 3 because you can't have an easier ganking hero. He presses a hero and he ganks them.
Yeah.
No setup, no fancy plays, and he goes at 1,000 move speed, so you can't stop him. So yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Who else?
But he's still played as like 4, right?
So,
now?
yeah, I think pretty much his entire conception, you've been able to play him in a lot of roles. 4, 5, 3, even 2 sometimes. I think only a core makes no sense on him. higher skill hero. I mean, there is skill in Spirit Breaker, but admittedly, you don't have to do anything fancy like Marcy or, you know, these other ganking heroes. You just press Q on the enemy. So, yeah.
I wonder if we will see a Marcy pick, because I know Dave plays Marcy.
I like Marcy a lot.
But she was banned last game.
Now, Mirana is interesting because we saw Mirana in the pro scene, and they thought Mirana was good. But everyone else on Reddit is convinced Mirana is the worst hero in Dota. They're like, she doesn't do anything, no damage, can't be a carry, wastes time, arrow sucks. But noticing the skill build in the pro scene, especially in ESL, was quite unusual. They didn't even take arrow a lot of the time till like level 4. It was Q and E, and then another point of Q, and just you stay in the lane and just harass the enemy. Like, just throwing arrow is... I guess the one thing they did with arrow though is to steal creeps, right? Like, you can use it to one-shot a big camp creep.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. I don't think Mirana will be a core. They've removed her ability to easily be a core, so...
I think you just max Starstorm on her, right?
Yeah, and just Q the enemy and stuff, so... we are going to see another typical ban, Mars. Who else was really meta in the tournament? Enchantress, but you need a good player for Enchantress.
Yeah.
I mean, Ollie
Chen,
plays some
Chen.
Enchantress. Chen, you're not going to see Chen here. We see very rarely Chens, but
Somebody did play Chen a couple of times. Oh, if we had Hashim, we would have had a Chen.
yeah,
but-
Hashim's. But the thing is about Chen is to be like really impactful, you have to be like your minimum skill on him has to be so high, even to do like the same as a normal hero. So you just don't see Chen really these days. Not very often.
How about my love of my life, Bane? He's really good right now.
Yeah, he's definitely a good hero. Good lockdown, very good in lane. Doom is a good hero too, so they banned that. Luna makes sense. It's interesting that you have 10 bans before you even pick the third hero. There's a lot of bans these days, like up front. So, okay, they're already into their reserve time. I'm guessing Mirana pos 4. I like Mirana. If Mirana's gonna be in the game, it has to be pos 4 in my opinion. She sucks as mid. You can't be a pos 5 because you got no reliable lockdown. I still like Shadow Demon Mirana, but they banned Shadow Demon, so you can't do Shadow Demon Mirana anymore.
I can see them doing Rubik again, to be honest. On
yeah, maybe.
on Radiant.
So they've gone
Timber's
very
got-
early Timber. Now, Timber is also often played as mid these days, but his off-laning potential is still also pretty good. So quite flexible there. Timber's a very good hero. He's so tanky. Still counter strength heroes. He has a really weird effect against universal heroes. He steals a bit of all of their stats. So it still does kind of a little bit of extra damage. Venge is a hero you don't see too often. Oh, right. Do you know what they're doing? They're just playing with the Arcanas. They're showing them off. Because don't they have some like interplay?
Right.
They have like
Got it.
cool animations when they're both in the game or something, don't they?
They picked for that reason. I don't know what to say. They do. They
they
lay
must
up
have
together when you take the ancient.
Oh, they must have done. You wouldn't pick Fen Skyra. I mean, maybe it is a legit draft, but with Brex in the game, and he, also is a Skyrath player who's done really well, and I think so is Debate Mail, maybe, or is it Copium? One of them is also really good at Skyrath. I think they're doing it for fun, but why not? If it wins, it's going to be.
You can't have fun
cool.
in the in-house. When can you have fun? That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, and Captain's Mode is the chance to be able to, draft these fun combos. So, I mean, they've already played one super serious, insanely intense game. So, yeah, are they good heroes? I mean, they can both be supports with the Spirit Breaker mid or pos 3, so it still makes sense. Skyrath's silence is pretty good. He's also pretty good against Morphlings. If you stun Morphlings, like instant silence stun on Morphling, drop the ult, you can kill a Morphling pretty quick. So, and Ollie does play Skyrath mid, which I don't know how good that is, but that's the hero I saw.
Not that good anymore.
That's the hero I saw on Reddit who had he had 1,000 int, because Skyrath can get some shard plus ags where you can fire so many Qs that you stack up your int. He had 1,000 int and he was 100% magic immune, 0 magic damage taken, which is one of the only heroes who can get 1,000 int. I guess Silencer technically can, but Winter Wyvern against that team comp.
Someone heard me.
I mean, I guess it goes well with Timber, because if you put Timbersaw in the Cold Embrace, he's still going to build up the reactive armor stacks. He's going to be healed. He's going to be impossible to kill. So, yeah, I can see it. I don't know. Do you know what? I think it could be mid. It could be a mid Wyvern, and they're still waiting for their support.
Can you not just swap people out of Wyvern ult?
Yes, if you're
Can
not
you-
in the ult, yeah, you can put yourself in it, and you can even swap the main hero out and put them really far away, and that helps
Yeah.
because then if no one goes near them for a second or a second and a half, it cancels the ult. So yeah, Venge is actually not bad against Wyvern anyway.
I don't know that Wyvern is a pick I would have gone for here, but I guess like Luke is a good Wyvern player. If you're confident on it, play what you're confident
Oh
on. I
yeah,
guess.
that's true. Luke Wyvern, yeah. Okay, so they've gone anti-mage this early on. I'm not. It's an interesting pick. So I wouldn't say anti-mage is amazing against Morphling particularly. Probably okay, probably half-half. Against Timber, you do burn his mana, but he's very, very, very hard to kill, and the pure damage wrecks anti-mage. Mirana, no one cares. Mirana can leap away from anti-mage, and they kind of, fight each other. Against Wyvern, anti-mage is not a bad carry, because if you ult someone, anti-mage doesn't use his mana burn on your ally for some reason. It's not active, so anti-mage does not kill your teammate very quickly. So yeah, I guess it makes sense, but I'm not a massive fan of the anti-mage because I think Radiant now have a chance to pick like a lone druid here. Actually, it's assuming they have 2 supports. They pick something that's like really good against anti-mage. I think anti-mage is going to massively struggle. So, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think what they could pick here.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting draft anyway. Very different to last draft was very standard, very, typical of the pro scene. This one is all over the place, this draft, which might make a fun game. So
5 seconds remaining.
I want to see some POS 1 LC. That's what I want to see.
you sometimes have seen it in the in-house even before.
I'm not going to get it because we've got Morphling actually.
LC, actually, very good hero against anti-mage.
Mm.
So good point.
But
Be on either
I don't
team.
actually know what they need because I don't know is this. Did we say this was mid timber or did we say off lane?
I think the most
Trying
common,
to work out what they actually need.
I think Timber goes offlane. That's most common with Morphling
Yes.
as POS 1, and then you run
It could be
another.
Wyvern mids. Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
I haven't
it
seen it
is.
for a long time.
I think it is possible, definitely, to go mid
I don't think
Wyvern.
it is.
No, I mean, with Bloodthorn and ult and stuff, you probably could get kills on anti-mage with it. I think you could run mid Wyvern. I think it is very flexible. It depends what they think, but if you go for a standard, I think it's going to be Timber with the Wyvern, maybe Morphling Mirana, something like, or Morphling Wyvern, Timber Mirana, and then they still need a mid. But they don't really know because the other team have banned Wind Range and Axe, so they're kind of also a bit unsure of what the enemy team are going to do. So yeah, we're going to see what the last hero is going to be from Dive. It's very hard to predict this. They need a mid, probably. I
I'd
wonder.
like to see Radiant pick something like Viper, maybe. It's not banned, right?
He's
No.
not very mobile. I don't know how well. I think Viper's all right against anti-mage. If you can get your ult off without him reflecting it, you break all of his magic resistance, and then you can just like absolutely clobber him. So yeah, Viper is weird. He's very, very lane dominant. He's pretty good against Skywrath because he can just max corrosive armor, get loads of magic resistance, get some drops. The last pick's going to be Necrophos. Necrophos is very good against Morphling and Timber, so I think that makes sense. Their team has very little lockdown other than Venge and Spirit Breaker, so they are a little bit reliant on those 2 heroes to do everything, but maybe it'll work. What do you pick now knowing there's a Necro? That's the question.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, it's going to be a Pudge.
Choose your hero.
Who's going to be playing the Pudge? So it is the somewhat Wyvern Nat Pudge. Okay. Juju Morphling, Kinder Timber, and Dave Mirana. So you've got Debate Mail on the Anti-Mage. It's Brex is playing Skywrath. Okay, wait, that's not the Arcana on Venge, right? That's the normal Venge. It's only the Arcana on Skywrath. Who's got 2 sets of wings, 1 red and 1 blue.
Coincidence then that they've picked them
They
together.
didn't. But they didn't. Yeah, they didn't have the. I thought they were going to show off the combo, but they don't have it. Oh well. I also think Necrophos is pretty good against Pudge, but also the opposite can be true. Because if Pudge hooks you out of place on Necro, what do? You can't use Ghost Shroud because you just get killed even faster. You can't kill the Pudge unless he's already on half HP, and even then, Pudge has so much magic resistance. Well, not magic resistance, but like damage resistance from his Flesh Heap.
That is a lot of wins and losses. I thought that was just on Venge for a second.
Yeah,
there. I
me
was
too.
like,
And I was like,
"You have
hmm.
4,000 games of Vengeful Spirit. Who's go
Yeah,
outside?
that's. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, okay. No, I was thinking the same. I thought it was going to be a combo.
For battle.
Can I type to them? Is that yeah?
Yeah, you can.
Well, he's letting us down.
You mad? 'Cause I am. Ha!
That, my friend, was a
So, will there be any level 1 early kills? There's no smokes. Are a few blood grenades. Everyone's got tangos this game except Dave now.
I don't feel like Dyer had that much kill potential early on. Really?
It's gonna be Copium ganking another lane. That's pretty much it. But if you're a core Spirit Breaker, you don't tend to gank quite as much in the early game because you're kind of after last hits and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you take last hits in the early game and then just immediately leave and let your support pick up some farm, which also is viable. Skywrath has 0 base armor, 0.7. It's pretty damn low. Made a paper. He doesn't have the double wings though. Like, the double wing was a bug. We love Nat. This game is ours, man. They got some Nat fans. Right, is anything gonna happen for first blood? Nope. Gonna be fairly peaceful exchange this time. Unlike last game where there were 4 kills before we even got into the lane. I think this game is going to be a little bit slower paced.
Just different kind of draft this game.
It's very, very safe and sort of slow. Anti-Mage doesn't want to fight because he wants to farm. Morphling also needs some farm to get through the early game. Yeah, I think you're right. Gee, Agi, man. Hero's insane. Whoa. Dave with the gank. And remember, Brex with that 0.7 armor, he takes a lot of damage from the right click. So Dave did take arrow level 1. I mean,
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
land
it is conventional to take arrow level 1 and then you go
Don't max it.
Starstorm after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
The Jabamo does have the mana burn. Oh, and Kinder has Whirling Death level 1, but like he's doing some punching. If Jabamo can burn the mana from Timber, then he doesn't have to worry about Timber hurting him and he can just free farm. How much mana do you burn at level 1? You burn 25 mana plus 1.6%. He's nearly oomed him. A couple more right clicks, and Tim is completely oomed. Royd and somewhat having a little bit of a support exchange. So let's have a look at mid lane. It's going to be a Pudge mid. I don't think Pudge mid does particularly well into Necrophos, but then the one advantage of Pudge is he has an absolutely absurd amount of right click damage. 85, plus you can toggle rot to help you last hit. And Necrophos only has 60. So easy last hitting there. And what about bot lane? I mean, you've got a Morphling. Oh, another stun onto Brex. We don't have the waveform. Just has
he also
the
has no
adaptive
regen now. He's just used up his last tangos.
He's got a lot of mana regen, but he's not even level 2, so he can't spam his mana into Arcane Bolt.
Gonna have to go back to base.
Oh, looks like Nat got first blood. He obviously lands the hook on Ollie. Now that is going to be absolutely massive for the mid lane. He doesn't go for bottle. He went for a bracer. I wonder what items he's going to buy on top of this. Going for really early phase boots. He wants the move speed. Kinder with absolutely 0 mana. Taking a lot of damage, but is it enough to kill him? Yes, it is. That is amazing. Really early kill for an anti-mage. That is exactly what you want. Damn. That is not looking good for the Timber. At least he's going to come back with full mana. If Jabamo can get the early Cornucopia at that 5 health regen, then he will be okay. Dave just getting a little bit of a pull off. Rex is still level 1. And there's no way for him. Dave has managed to basically deny it. Oh, Copen going for a charge. I think it was to try and get a last hit. He does manage to secure them. Bit of a fight going on top. Jabamo has to back off. What is going on mid lane? Not too much. Nat is building another bracer. People are obsessed with bracers now.
Double braces, man. What is this about?
Yeah. I feel like double bracer makes like a lot of sense on off lane. I
don't know
in
if
mid,
I've missed something or have I just gone back to 2020? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, the arrow. Not quite going to land. Brex still needs to hit level 2. Still only level 1.5. It's getting that D ward. See, Debate Mail, he's burned all the mana from Kinder, but the problem is he can't kill Kinder easily. Kinder's going to get another point of reactive armor. He just needs to get a soul
I
ring.
don't need mana to last it, so...
Yeah, if Kinder gets a soul ring, he's not going for a soul ring though. He's going to go for stick, which means he can use stick into Whirling Death to do a little bit of harass. So this is the problem with Anti-Mage. You need a lot of health regen to survive the early game. I think he's going to lose a couple of last hits here. Oh, maybe stop the denies from Roids. That's good. Look at the damage. Right-clicking basically under the tower. He is, but they can't kill him. Yo, never mind. There it is. Do you know what? He did something that I really like. He took a second point of Whirling Death, and then he saved up the magic stick charges. It's only 85 mana, and it's pure damage, and there were some trees. I mean, he just wasn't expecting it. I really like that. Nat is going for a 1v1 with Ollie, but then he's realised that he's not winning this. Ollie also hasn't gone for... Yeah, double null, no... You got double null versus double bracer, no bottle in mid lane. Look, both water runes just sitting there. Nobody wants them. Okay, Ollie is going to go for one in the end. Do I like double null? I think if I was playing Necro, I wouldn't go double null. I would have gone at least a bracer. You don't have mana issues. Oh, now Kinder's in a lot of trouble though. Good Debate Mail. No, Kinder uses the stick, but it's not enough for a Whirling Death. So now Debate Mail will get another kill, and that's a really important kill. Yeah, I don't know about the double null or the double bracer. Looks like Breck's got stunned again. Juju's going to go and try and get a kill, but is it enough? He goes for the Adaptive Strike Strength, but it's not enough. He drops the Blood Grenade, but it does hit Dave. Is that going to be enough for Copium to kill him? He needs a bash. No bashes. And I think Mirana's going to get away because Mirana has boots. So does Copium, though. He needs to charge 1 second. There's the charge, and he does pick up the kill. Finally picking up the kill on Dave, while Morphling sits on 1 HP, waiting to regen. I guess you can pop your stick at 1 HP and then regen up. You do love some Bracer gaming. Oh, the hook is just to secure the catapult. So going for raindrops is super crucial against Necrophos. I feel like rushing phase boots is not the play here, though. Ollie tries to go for a kill. Ollie just straight up kills him. I mean, he goes through the raindrops with a death pulse. And he's actually low enough, so, I mean, that's really good. To get a solo kill there, Roids is going to die because there's a rotation from Dave. Really nice rotation. Debate Mills has to go back.
You should apologize.
He's buying yet another salve. I feel like if he built the cornucopia, he would be doing better. He just really needs the regen.
Yeah.
It doubles his regen. Oh, Juju, he's in a lot of trouble. Does he get burst? No, he is able to convert into strength. And he also has the waveform. He's trying to kill Brex, but he's not got enough damage to kill Brex. Or does he? Yes, he does. Does Copium have enough to kill Juju? No, Adaptive Strike. So Juju manages to get the kill 2 versus 1 and escape. So the problem with Skywrath? Absolutely no armor. So you just get insta-killed by every right-clicker.
A wet flannel.
Yeah, he is a wet flannel. So it's a pretty intense early game. Jabemo's really struggling to last it, but then so is pretty much every carry in the game. The mid laners are the only two getting any farm. Random lag spikes, but they've gone now. Look at the damage going into Debate now. He's taking a lot. There is a rotation from Brex. Are they going to kill somewhat? They are. Oh, out comes the arrow. The arrow almost hit Jabema. He's 1 right click from death. They are going to get the kill onto Kinder as well. And Jabema actually manages to escape on about 1 HP. 1 right click from death. They're going to try and chase Dave, but it's not quite going to be enough. It's really close. If Roy's had the stun, he maybe could have got it. And Copium has decided to cut the wave, which I think is clever, because you're not going to... Wait, Royds gets the kill on Dave. He just finds him.
He's like, I am going for this wisdom read.
Wow. Yeah, he's trying to get it. He actually gets it. If somewhat went for the deny on the wisdom rune, I think that would have been good. And Nat has managed to get a kill on Copium. Is Royds going to get denied? No, the Ancients were pulled.
They're not interested. They were all over someone.
So Nat manages to... He goes into the jungle. Where is Nat at the moment? Yeah, he's down here. So Nat managed to get a kill on Copium, which is good. The guy was just cutting waves literally non-stop. Luke has his monitor on, Pog. Yeah, it's denying a wisdom rune that you want to get kind of goes against what feels normal. It would have been fair. There is a wisdom. Yeah, there it is.
So hard. Do you have that moment of doubt? Like, could I actually get this? And then you hesitate and you're dead.
Then they've got it. And Ollie's in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
Ollie tries to use his ult and then realizes he doesn't have enough mana. So that is a kill and a flesh heat stab for Nat. Oh, but here comes the charge in from Copium. Is he going to just launch straight into the ult? Yes, he is. Killing a mid hero. That is definitely worth it. Royd is level 6 on Venge. This is a Venge support, right? How was he level 6 this early on in the game? He's higher level than Anti-Mage, than Timber. I don't know what Royd is doing, but he's having a good game. So high level. Debate Mel's having a decent game in terms of kills, but then he does only have 29 last hits. So in terms of last hits, he's doing, you know, the least well amongst all the cores. Oh, Royd's gonna get courier kill. One more right click. Oh no! If he did the W straight away, he would have been able to get it. Shame. It's hard to kill couriers now as ranged heroes. You have to get 2 hits no matter what. Yeah, interesting change though from couriers having HP to having number of hits to kill. I think it does make more sense.
I feel like I kill couriers less often now than I used to.
Yeah, I think so. Apart from if you're a melee hero in the late game, you see a courier just one-shot it no matter what. But I suppose he did anyway. Nat's trying to kill Debate Mail. Oh, if he got the hook, but hooking an anti-mage who blinks in an area that you can't see, Nat's in a bit of trouble. He's going to back off, or they're going to go in. It's like they can't make up their mind. They see that Royd's TP's in. Out comes the silence, means he can't bring the chakram back, and that is pretty tanky. They're going to go onto Royd's, but Kinder is chasing Brex and Debate Mail. Yeah, it looks like a pretty much a guaranteed kill onto Royd's. Never mind, Royd swaps, but he's still dead. And Debate Mail just runs away, runs into his jungle. He still is so poor. He doesn't even have one part of his Battle Fury and still hasn't sent one to him. Whereas Ollie
I don't really know what went wrong for him. How many times did he die in lane?
Oh, only once. He just didn't get any last hits because he was like bullied the whole time. He's really struggling. And the rotation from the Radiant. So we've just hit the 10-minute mark. Still 16 kills. So it's not really a passive game. There's a lot of fighting happening. Ollie is leading the way at the moment. Taking a massive fat stack. I don't know if he prepared it for himself, but he is going for Guardian Greaves. So he's playing a very defensive kind of supporty Necrophos, which I think makes sense. Keep the anti-mage alive. Your team already have quite a lot of damage, and you just need to make it to the mid-game. You get the shard. The shard is so good on Necrophos. Because you can use it on allies as well now, so it's like you can use it to escape.
It's really good.
It's awesome. Oh, they swapped in that. Is it enough damage? Yeah, it's easily enough damage. Look at the burst. Surprised it was so high, but Ancient Seal does make the target take 20% more magic damage. Great for Ollie and his burst. So yeah, he will have Guardian Greaves pretty soon.
I think those early scythe kills are just so valuable as well. Like 4 HP regen and 2 mana regen already. It just helps.
Yeah, permanently free regen is not nothing to scoff at. Especially because he amplifies it when he uses Ghost Shroud.
Yeah.
Technically you can go Aghanims as well, but I think the Aghanims Necrophos days are over.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone build that for ages.
It used to be Ag's Heart, like instantly.
Yeah.
And now you don't see it anymore. Because it's kind of like a crappy Radiance.
Yeah.
Radiance is way more. I guess it's a better build up. And it does stack with Radiance, but Necro wants to burst people. He doesn't want to just walk around for ages. That build is gone. So it's gone a little bit passive again. That's fine. Kinder's farming the enemy jungle. He doesn't mind doing that. Brex being at level 6 means he does have Mystic Flare. Even rank 1 Mystic Flare does 800 magic damage, but I guess only if they're alone and stay in it the entire time.
Has got his cornucopia now, so that's good for him. Although not so useful now he's not in the lane.
He's still only got, it's 12 minutes in, he's only not even got 4k net worth, so this is an anti-mage who's going to need a lot of space and time. But thankfully the rest of the Dire team are doing okay. So doesn't have to worry. Nat is building a
He's being chased by Kinder though.
I think this is the best thing you can do. Just annoy the anti-mage.
Yeah.
Make it so he can't farm. Like if you're farming the hot tub, you're not doing well, right? That's what we always say.
Sad times.
Yeah, it's sad times in the hot tub. It should be happy times. Oh, Kinder, they found him. Copian goes in. Where's the stun? Stun follow up. Well, they waited a very long time for that, and the Brex ult goes in. Jabate now uses his ult to steal it, which is absolutely the right play because he is desperate for all the money he can get. Got to get that Battle Fury up. Got to get it ASAP. Ollie level 10 is the highest level. Nice stun onto Royds. That means the hook is guaranteed, but hooking Royds, is that the one? He can use the swap. He could do the swap. No, out comes Reaper Scythe. Not actually enough damage to get the kill. He's going to use the swap onto Dave, who obviously just does leap. And Ollie has used the Scythe. So no stack. But to be honest, do you always need a stack? As long as you get the kill, you're doing well. And Ollie is now nearly 1,000 gold net worth ahead of everyone else in the game. He's going Guardian Greaves Pipe. Oh, there's the charge onto Dave. He still has one leap, but he gets absolutely destroyed. Kinder's gone in. But I just don't think they have the damage. Radiant really lack the damage. The Juju's coming. Never mind, they do have the damage to kill Ollie. Copium has gone Midas. So very greedy Spirit Breaker. He is going to get killed. Yeah, good rotation actually. Kinder showing his proficiency with Timbersaw.
Yeah, I think this Necro build is like giving me off-lane vibes. It's a bit. It's not what I'd expect him to build as mid Necro, I guess.
Yeah, Guardian Greaves into Pipe is what you feel like your off-laner who's going to give you like massive support. When you're a mid, you feel like get that Radiance or Kaya, get the Blink Dagger, get the Shard, be aggressive, get the kills. Don't be ultra defensive. I guess because Spirit Breaker is building Midas and Shadowblade. He's like, well, I'll play the off-lane. Nice hook from that. Another Flesh Heap stack. It's 2 strength per Flesh Heap when you've maxed it. That's amazing.
Do you know what the win rate for Necro mid is in pro games right now?
No? 80%?
39%.
Oh, not good then.
Very low.
It's weird because
He's actually being played as core most. Oh no.
Oh, pos 1.
He's not. No, mid. No, sorry, ignore me. Mid. But yeah, 39% win rate. He's basically got not above 40% win rate in any position, in any role.
In pro? Or is this like on the Dota 2 Pro Tracker?
Yeah.
So a high MMR Necro not successful.
No, I was gonna say I haven't seen him played very often. That's why.
Can you see what they're building on him? Like what are they?
Necro.
Yeah.
They're going like Blade Mail into Travels, then either Radiance or Eternal Shroud. Sometimes Dagon, Kaya, Yules.
Yeah, so it's
and then like late game going the Ags or like Shiva's Heart still.
It's aggressive items is the thing, right? Like they're going either Radiance, they're getting a Kaya, they're getting Travels, they're not building Guardian Greaves into Pipe. I mean, Pipe is, I don't even know if it's that good against Radiant. Yeah, okay, they do have quite a lot of magic damage, but Timber's got pure damage, so does Pudge. You know, they've got right-click damage from Morphling. I don't think Pipe is going to make the difference, and that's 4,000 gold a mid-hero has spent. Save that for a support or an offlaner. Are they going to find Juju? They've seen him. Are they going to get the stun on him? No, they went the wrong way. They've silenced him. They've slowed him. Do they have detection? Yeah, there's a swap. Instant kill. He just gets collapsed by Cocopium. And Nat's there. Oh, Nat gets away because they got no detection. And Nat just comes out immediately, goes on to Ollie. Is someone going to ult? Doesn't drop the ult straight away. But the damage from Kinder's going to be enough to instantly kill Braxton. Ollie, he's in a lot of trouble. I mean, when a Pudge is on top of a Necro, there is nothing Necro can do. Look, he uses the mech. He tries to keep himself alive. He's not going to get a Reaper Scythe kill. And that claims yet another Flesh Heap. So many fans in chat. Every player's like brought their own cheerleaders with them.
Yeah. Paid people before the game.
So Debate Mail, he does have Battle Fury. Only just 16 minutes in. It's not 16-minute Battle Fury. It's not the end of the world, but
it's not bad time.
It's not amazing, but it's fine.
Pretty average.
Royce does a swap. Bit of damage. There's the silence. And here comes Spirit Breaker. Bam, lands in, gets the kill. Swap does damage as well, doesn't it? So I guess it adds a little bit. It's an okay amount of damage. Not a lot, but it's something.
I think that was like the best change because it didn't used to damage, but it's just so good to stop people just blinking out of it now.
Yeah, and the shield is a cool mechanic because, I mean, before it was just a swap. Then it had two charges.
Before you were just like, I am swapping myself into my death. Now
you have a little bit of survivability. So they're gonna do 5-man ancients. I feel like that's slightly overkill. Just let Jabatemel take it and everyone else go away.
Everyone needs some XP. Everyone needs it.
I mean, I guess neutral items dropping, but yeah, I feel like that's slightly overkill. But okay. I mean, Radiant are behind in kills, but actually ahead in net worth. But MVP so far, Kinder. His score doesn't look amazing, but he's doing like a lot on the map, and he's got the top net worth.
I think he just shut down the anti-mage so much, and like we said, he just annoyed him. He was like, couldn't even farm his hot tub in peace.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's if you're sitting like this far into the map as anti-mage, the most mobile hero in the game, you know something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
He's building a very standard anti-mage build. We never need to talk about anti-mage builds. It's like literally the most boring build in all of Dota's history. Battle Fury Manta.
They're looking for a fight mid.
What's going on top lane? It's just Morphling farming. He's going to be fine. They are, but it's all going to be relying on that. No, Kinder just blinks directly in. Are they going to get the hook? They're really trying. There's the arrow. Absolutely beautiful arrow from Dave. They're waiting for the stun. But the swap from Roy, it's saving Ollie. Ollie's still in a lot of trouble. He does use the Reaper Scythe. It's not going to kill Kinder. Kinder is too tanky. Debatemel does manage to get the kill. It's actually not. The kill goes to Brex. He takes him down very quick. Juju tries to get a kill on Roids. Not quite giving enough. Out comes yet another arrow. This time it's not going to connect. So, see, Ollie's mech, it's just not doing enough. He's actually stopped building Guardian Greaves. He left it on mech, and now he's going for pipe. And would that have saved him? No, because he died only to pure damage.
It just delays the inevitable, I think.
Yeah, I Eternal Shroud makes sense because it gives strength, and it's way cheaper and it gives you more stats. I think if you're building, oh look at the stuns, Copium. Oh, he's just going to lane. Not exciting. Whereas Dave, look at Dave's build. It's almost the same as Ollie's. In fact, he's almost got the same amount of items, but he's support Mirana. Now he going mech, it makes a lot more sense because that's a support, no problem. Going Yule's next.
Can we also talk about the Mystic Flare? With this Arcana, how awful it is on the ground. It's like the whole ground just becomes this big obnoxious ball of black.
Yeah, I like
black hole.
Yeah, I like the old one better, to be honest. I mean, he looks cool in other ways, but I agree his ult. It's like they over-engineered all the. They thought, oh, we'll make it really flashy.
All these lasers come down, and it's just a bit much.
Yeah, I agree. Debatemel again. Look where he is. Like, basically hiding in the top corner of his map. Yeah. Is he going to get arrowed? Oh, no, he's paying attention. Oh, Roids getting away with the 4-star, but look at Kinder. Kinder is just everywhere. Failed with the Chakram there. It's still going to be enough damage, but he swaps the anti-mage. Good coordination. Dodges the Chakram. Really nice play. Dave, what are you doing? You are not going to get Roids. They're still chasing him. But I guess Kinder's pretty hard to kill. Does a lot of damage to the anti-mage. They do finally bring him down because he has a massive mana pool, so he is weak to the mana void. He went too far. I think they thought he was immortal, and I know he's a tanky hero, but under a tier 2 tower, you know, you're not invincible. So that's really nice for anti-mage, because now he'll nearly have the Manta style. Well, the Manta has a 1,500 gold recipe. It's insanely expensive. Out comes the Judge.
Cannot get any peas.
Oh, just gets killed. So Juju turned into Spirit Breaker and used that to kill anti-mage. Really nice play.
This ward here is just like giving them so much value right now.
Which ward is it?
The one where Juju is right now. Yeah, that enabled him to the anti-mage there and just go straight for him.
We noticed that in the ESL as well. The ward's really far up in this part of the map is where all the action is. So Nat, he's going for an ult onto Ollie. The stun, another save from Roids. But Ollie is found by somewhat. Roids going to go down. They're still chasing him. Hook is still down for 5 seconds. Does Ollie have TP? No, he doesn't. He's definitely going to go down. He's got everyone on top of him. He goes for the ult onto Juju, but Juju starts swapping into strength. Also gets healed by somewhat. Brex doesn't have mana for his ult. He's going to go down. That is a disaster for the Dire team. Only person didn't really die. I guess Debatemel is now back, but he was the first casualty. It's looking pretty good for the Radiant, even though the kills are so close.
It is.
They are
take
strong.
it here too at 21 minutes right now.
I feel like Nat should also go Blink Dagger, because blinking onto people like Anti-Mage, I think it's better than just another defensive item. But Eternal Shroud into Shivas is very good items. Maybe an Aghanim's at some point. Does give a lot of damage to Rot.
Anti-Mage is not doing that bad for net worth. I mean, it could be worse, considering how tough a game he's had. I think he's doing okay to be where he is. He's nearly got 10k. He's only about 1k behind Morph.
But the problem is he's anti-mage, so
I know.
If he's not far ahead, I mean, maybe he'll farm, maybe he'll have a lot of uptime. The question is, though, will he do anything
I
to
always
Morph
love the
lane?
underdog story, I believe.
Underdog story? Yeah, I like constantly rooting for the team who's losing. But it's different players on different teams, so some people are going to win twice, some people are going to have 1 win each, and some people are going to have 2 losses. Oh, a pause. What is this? Puppy police? Okay, disc crash. What do you mean disc crash?
Discord.
Oh, Discord. I thought he's playing Dota like on a disc. Had to insert it into DVD drive.
Got to blow on it and rub it on his jumper. Put it back in again.
I had one of those. It was like a disc cleaner where you put the disc in and it like spun it around and wiped it and stuff.
I think I had that too when I was younger.
Yeah, for like your like PlayStation games or whatever. It sometimes worked. That's one thing that's nice about the digital download age. You never have a problem where like you paid for the game and you broke the disc.
Yeah, that was sad.
You literally can't do that anymore, so that's definitely a good thing. Okay, so Radiant are looking to take yet another tier 2 tower. I think the aim is to just have so much aggression and choke the map that by the time the anti-mage actually has items, it's just too late.
Yeah, I think they're already doing a good job of that, to be fair. They've got some quite offensive wards.
Yeah, they got this, the one up in the... Can you see my pings?
Nope.
Okay,
I
that's...
don't think so. Draw on the map. So maybe I'll see.
I can't draw on the map, unfortunately. I can draw on the floor, but when I'm paused, I can't draw anything. That's annoying.
Maybe if you draw, they'll be able to see as well. And start circling all
No,
the
they
wall.
can't. They
Start
definitely can't. It would be funny.
That would be fun.
Start BMing the players by like
Yeah.
drawing.
Just right on the map, they're doing right.
Yeah, I think they would definitely notice that. So, wait for whose Discord crashed with it? Maybe Royd's. Wait, someone disconnected from the game as well. Does that not mean that they're having a Dota problem too? You don't need to disconnect to pause. No one's gonna unpause. Maybe it's just a habit, but it is Copium.
Maybe.
He's on Discord still. Looking at my Discord lobby.
Maybe somebody else DC'd and then someone was like, "Oh, just do a quick cheeky restart or something." I don't know.
One thing that's interesting, which I don't know if Valve ever thought about, but you know, if you have a lobby open,
Yeah.
technically you can have as many people in it as you want unassigned, but now you can't have unassigned people if you want to do a mortal draft.
Oh.
So you have to sit in like one of the casting lobbies,
Yeah.
which like a broadcast channel, which I'm guessing isn't a problem, but have a look at the KDAs. So Anti-Mage actually has the most kills. He has been picking off, a couple of targets with the Mana Void and then running away, so not doing that badly. I think Ollie's having the roughest game right now.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's too bad for them. I don't think it's like a done deal yet. I think they could still have a comeback. But I'm also not optimistic.
I think Necro should have gone more aggressive, got like a Radiance or Kaya Sanj, get the early... Well, he did get the shard, but something like that. Okay, we have on pause, which is good. I think Ollie went more aggressive. They would have been able to do a little bit more. Because the Spirit Breaker went for Midas and then Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know.
I think no Midas.
I love it. No Midas. I think all these little things are fine in isolation, and if you're doing well, you get away with it. But I think, the fact that Anti-Mage is behind, the Necro build, the fact that he's gone Midas, I just think it all adds up.
Yeah, maybe. Like, Ollie's not a healer. He's only got 1,200 HP. If you want Kaya Sanj, you have a lot more HP. But, we'll see. His healing stats at the end of the game might change our mind. Jabatemel's doing what he does best, which is just split and farm. Copium is going top. They're looking for kills. They can't find any. Really, they should use... Who do they use to get the kill on the Anti-Mage? There's no one kind of who has assassination power, really. Maybe Pudge?
Yeah.
But Pudge doesn't have Blink Dagger. Pudge can't kill an Anti-Mage.
Morphling, maybe.
He can push Anti-Mage away. I think Jabatemel knows no one can kill me if I don't get hooked. I mean, fine, the Radiant are going to do their bit. They're going to take the Tormentor, which is always good.
He's just cutting waves right now.
So they're going to take the Tormentor, and the Tormentor goes to Dave. Is that the really rubbish one? When you leap, you do a little bit of some damage. Dealing damage and slowing units and guarantees to be hit by a second storm if that spell is cut. That's the most confusing possible shard description I've ever seen. And it's a terrible
Jabatemel
design.
has pulled 3 people back from their attempt to push to tier 2, so I don't think it's necessarily that bad right now for him.
I think
he's also just farmed their jungle.
Yeah, the problem is they have no way to kill him. Like, do they? Is anyone building lockdown? Oh, he gets stunned. Actually, is that it? Never mind. I mean, if the way to kill...
Does someone say lockdown?
I was going to say, if the way to kill Anti-Mage is to land an arrow on the most mobile hero in the game, that is not the way to do it. Yes, somehow Dave is that. You're right, that is horrible.
It's awful.
That's really bad. I don't like that. But yeah, I mean, amazing arrow. You can't rely on that. You need an Orchid, you need a Scythe. And looks like they're going to try to get a kill on Roids. The arrow doesn't quite hit. Kinder just blinks in. Look at Kinder frontlining. He's just an absolute beast. They're going to try and get a kill on Roids. They do get the kill on Roids. The Radiant are a lot stronger in these team fights. I think until Anti-Mage ends up with enough items to actually be a threat, I think it's not looking good for the Dire. Their team fighting is really weak. There's the Yules, but unfortunately can't line up for an arrow. Oh, they don't even get the hook either. Is he going to die to the Chakra? No, not quite. He does manage to heal himself. Now he goes in. Reaper Scythe onto Kinder is going to kill him. Not enough heal, I'm afraid. Maybe a Glimmer Cape would have been quite good against him because...
Yeah,
that Glimmer Cape saves the target. I see what Dave's doing, and I'm not against it. He's rushing Wind Waker. which allows you to save people from Reaper's Scythe. I've done it before. It is very expensive investment, but I like it. I like it. Oh, and that goes for the... Oh, Ollie knows. Ollie is paying attention, which makes change. No, I didn't say that. I'm very, very impartial.
Very impartial.
Copium is charging. Is he charging somewhat? No, he's charging the catapult. Doesn't see somewhat. So again, it's gone quite passive, but look how far Radiant are up. Radiant are basically entirely in the Dire's half the map, but Debate Mail, he's just going to be able to go and farm. Yeah, he's
got his Manta now anyway. I am.
Manta and nearly an ultimate orb.
Now.
Yeah, do I like Skadi? I think I like. Yeah, I get Skadi implies you want to be in the fight for a longer time, or you want anti-heal.
Yeah, I think it's good against Wyvern.
Maybe it's okay against Morphling too, because Morphling is a ranged hero. Doesn't Skadi does more against ranged heroes, doesn't it? So yeah, if they're ranged, it's more attack speed slow, 20% more attack speed slow. Looks like Ollie managed to get a kill on somewhat. Dire went in for a little bit of a gank. Out comes the arrow though. Oh, they get him again. The Yules into arrow. So you Yules, you leap away, you arrow. It's kind of a reliable stun. I mean, it's enough. If Anti-Mage doesn't have BKB or Manta up. Well, if that's going to get Debate Mail killed every time, then yeah, it's working out really well. Good job, Dave. On top of the net worth is Juji. He keeps turning into Spirit Breaker and using the charge. It's a nice way to get into the fight.
Yeah, it's Roche time.
With a Morphling, Roche will go down so quick. Morphling has so much right-click damage. 215 agi. And he has the Kanda, so he's gone for the shotgun build. It's a very standard build for Morphling. I can't really go wrong with it because Adaptive Strike's only got a 10-second cooldown. And yeah, he's going to take that. Wow, Morphling has a 15% magic resistance talent at level 10. That's awesome, actually. I wonder why he wouldn't take that. Seems too good to be true.
There's so much magic damage this game as well.
Yeah, and Reaper's Scythe.
250
waveform distance. I guess waveform going further is nice, but it already goes 1,000 distance. You need 250 more? I mean, now it goes further than a Blink Dagger. I guess it lets you catch up to people, but anyway.
Get on top of Anti-Mage, I suppose.
Guardi also reduces the effectiveness of strength more. Oh, does it? Okay, if that's true, then that does make a lot of sense. I didn't realize it actually stops, it reduced strength more, because I knew it was a percentage change.
Okay.
So that they're looking for Roche. Somewhat is by himself at the moment. He might be picked off, but I mean...
This charge going on to Wyvern? Yeah.
Okay, he's going to get picked off, yeah. Picked off very quick, which I thought was going to happen. Radiant do have Aegis, though. Okay, they're going to get the glyph, and then they're just going to back off. Arrow not going to land. Yeah, I didn't think so. Marina's Ag still do the same thing. Yeah, it constantly launches star storms on the way. No, random hook, no vision, not going to land on Ollie. Ollie now has the Guardian Greaves pipe, so he's fully supported up. I wonder what he'll build now. Oh, they're going on Ollie. No, he just goes in with the bait. A little bit of a bait, but they do get Copium to go in. They're bursting Morphling, but remember, he's got the Aegis, so I mean, he's still not even dead. But Anti-Mage in the back nearly kills Dave, doesn't quite kill Dave. Debateman's in a lot of trouble. Blink on 1 second cooldown, he gets swapped out by Royd, so it is going to be okay. And the Radiant, they're still strong. But Ollie, he's got the pipe up. Is it going to be enough? Hook misses. And that runs him. See, this is why the Shard is so good. You can use it on your allies. And there's a TP out as well. So in the end, there were, what, exactly 0 kills in that entire fight? Yeah. A massive fight, no one died. Okay, so round 2. Literally non-fight, yeah. Okay, they go for the stun on that. Ollie has the ult, but it's not going to be enough because that pudge is pretty tanky. Look, Kinder is always in. Juju tries to go on Ollie. But of course, Ollie just Ghost Shrouds. Another missed hook. It's unfortunate that when you don't land the hook, you don't do a lot on pudge. He actually just blinks straight in with the Shivas. That's a lot of damage. Dave actually manages to get a kill onto Royds. Copium goes in, but is it enough burst to kill Nat? No, it isn't. It's barely enough damage. He's so tanky with the Eternal Shroud. Nat goes in with the Ogre Seal for the triple stun. And now they're absolutely just tearing apart the enemy team. Debate Mail kind of in the back looking for a target to go on, but he's a little bit too scared. There is a buyback from Brex. Ollie is dead. Somewhat is hiding in the corner. They do find him, so he's going to be the lone casualty for the Radiant. I think the Radiant should keep going. They do get a hook. They get the hook on Royd. He does have swap, but if he swaps, he actually was going to swap, but I think he might have just suicided his team if he went for it. And that is a buyback, I think. So, oh, there's a stun, but they're not going to get Copium. This is where Radiant, I think, finally take charge of the game, because they are about to take racks. And Anti-Mage, look, he's here, but he actually just gives up. He goes to another lane. He realizes that he can't fight into the enemy team.
Yeah, I think this is all he can do, just hope that he pulls someone back.
Yeah, Pudge has Eternal Shroud. When you have a lot of stacks of Eternal Shroud, you have so much magic resistance. Ollie thought, oh, maybe I'll ult him. It barely did any damage to him. You need to get him at like literally 20% health. Not the right target to Reaper's Scythe, I don't think. Look at the hook onto Juju. The Chakram doing a lot of damage. Kinder being tanked. Kinder's also got Eternal Shroud.
Yeah, it's still on their team.
They were like, forget...
Everyone just cannot die.
Yeah, forget Pipe. We're just going to go Eternal Shrouds, which also gives 14 strength and 250 HP. That comes with some added tankiness. Copium has gone in, but look how quickly they kill Ollie. The support items not keeping him safe. They're trying to kill Copium. They have the detection. Did Dave go gem yet? No, he didn't. Dave actually... Oh, another hook onto the team. He stopped going Wind Waker for a little bit. He actually finished off the Guardian Greaves, which I think makes sense because then you can dispel the silence from Skywrath. Juju goes in. Look, see the damage. Absolutely insane.
It's crazy.
Uses the Wave of Terror from Venge to take away 6 armor and the stun, and then just right clicks his Morphling. Another stun basically inside the base. I mean, this is ridiculous. We're what, 32 minutes in the game? It was incredibly balanced for a long time. Radiant had a small lead, and now we're hitting tier 4 towers. We haven't even... Okay, we've taken one lane of racks. They're going for the second lane, but this game turned so quickly.
Where they just realise, actually, what are they going to do with these like Eternal Shrouds and how much HP actually they both have, Kinder and Nat. At this point, they can just literally man up to anyone.
And that's exactly what they did. They were like, yeah, we're finally strong enough. Let's win. Yeah, Jabemo farming for next week. Well, he's in the fight. He tries to kill Judy, but he can't get the kill. Look, Ollie dying so fast. He does manage to get his items off, though. There's a swap from Roids. But they don't have any damage. I mean, look, Jabemo's trying so hard. Okay, fine. They do take down Juju. That is a 6-kill streak ended. Now Jabemo's going to try to keep going. We've got to be so careful. Out comes the curse.
Defensive curse.
Very defensive. An arrow stun as well. Are they going to have enough damage to kill Kinder Surprise? I'm not sure. He's so tanky. He just gets away with the chain. Chain has almost as lower cooldown than Blink. He's got Lotus Orb. Who's got the Lotus? Somewhat went very early Lotus. And that's looking to go back in. Goes in with the Shiva's Guard. He sees Roy, starts ulting. Roy gets stunned by Copium, but Jemima is trying to kill Somewhat, but Somewhat keeps himself alive. Then he just gets killed by Kinder. The pure damage from Timbersaw. It's just too much. Few wards dropped. I'm not entirely sure why he just dropped 2 wards in a panic. Copium tries to take out the wave, but I think that might be his death. Because out comes the Yules. It's not going to be a particularly long stun because they didn't have any leaps. They're still chasing Copium. Meanwhile, inside the base, Kinder just deletes Roids. They're still going for Ollie. Oh, nice juke, but Ollie's still going to go down. Chakram and the Dismember. Ollie's quite tanky, actually. BKB from Kinder, so he definitely won't die to Ollie. The Pipe Shield finally has gone down, and that's going to be yet another kill. Ollie buys back, but I mean, the Ancient is basically dying. It's below half HP. There's no towers. Out comes the hook. Doesn't quite land on Ollie. I think that's going to be all she wrote. Yeah, look, here comes the guaranteed stun. So Dave managed to turn his stun into a pretty reliable stun by building Yules. That was a smart pickup. Definitely a good idea, that game. And that, he just hooks Brex, looking for one final kill. But not quite. And yeah, I think we basically predicted that the anti-mage was probably a little bit too greedy.
It feels like someone had a clear idea about wanting to play anti-mage. Not sure there was any like reason to pick it particularly, so I just don't think it worked out.
It didn't counter the heroes which they had. Like, you saw the Mirana, doesn't matter. Pudge, not really. That's actually a counter to anti-mage potentially. Timber, yeah, anti-mage isn't good against Timber. Winter Wyvern, no, not particularly good against. And you left them with another pick. So actually, no, it wasn't the Pudge, it was the Morphling they saw. Yeah. Anti-mage isn't... He's okay into Morphling, not amazing. I think Anti-Mage is such a specialist, and they had no mages. It's in the name, really. So he's an Anti-Mage and they didn't have any mages. So yeah, you can see he did the least hero damage, whereas Juju did a decent amount of hero damage. But the MVP for me that game has to be Kinder. The amount he shut down Jabate every fight he was in, he was dealing damage, he was frontlining. It was just incredible, and he has the most farm on his team. He basically did everything right that game. So Nat versus Ollie, best of 3. It was it was definitely still a good game, and it was pretty close in the early game. If you look at the graph, all the way up to even past 30 minutes, the XP was exactly the same, and then within 4 minutes, the entire game changed, and the Radiant just won. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna win," and that was it. They won the game.
2 team fights back to back, didn't they? And it just changed things, and I think they just capitalized off that.
Yeah, they pushed the high ground. Kinder didn't even build the shard, I don't think. But they just kind of, ran them down, and they couldn't stop them. The Dire team has such a weak presence if you look at them. Like Spirit Breaker, fine, he can go in. Necro, who went pure defensive, and you're relying on Anti-Mage to be your sole damage dealer. It just wasn't, I don't think it was going to work out. A little bit too greedy, but...
Team too heavy.
Yeah, team too heavy. But it means that we finished both games, including draft time, in just over 2 hours.
Time for bed.
Yeah, well, bank holiday over.
Yeah.
So
that's the grind, not the Dota grind.
No, well, the real grind keeps you alive, so
yeah,
kind of important.
So does the Dota grind sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But oh well, at least we didn't have like a 2-hour game to finish off in game 2. Because then everyone's going off at like 11:30 or something. But like your game in Clarity League.
Oh my goodness, 90 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And another game that was over an hour.
Yeah, you were there for basically. I didn't think you were ever going to finish those games.
No, I thought it was still going to be there now.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's the end of the in-house. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
That's okay. Thanks for putting up with me.
My pleasure. I'll just quickly sign off, and then that'll be that.
See you later.
Cool. See ya.